All those who say that choosing JEE or NEET is going to solve all of your problems, get you a good career, are absolutely lying to you. Let me tell you a story. 4 years ago, I was handed with a very simple task. I was supposed to take up JEE so that I get into a very safe university for all of my future plans. 16-year-old me had already expressed interest in research, but I was suggested to keep this path handy so that I don't run out of options. Ironically, 4 years ago, the entire landscape of education changed. And thankfully, temporarily. I couldn't complete my board exams and I was sitting at home hoping that things would return back to normal after the weeks of quarantine we were supposed to be in. That was 4 years ago, damn. We all know how that turned out, but I digress. I spent 2 years preparing for competitive exams, which really wasn't my first priority at heart. I did it because I was told to do it and it showed. Regardless, long story short, I got into a course which was absolutely research based without giving competitive exams, and I couldn't be happier. In the past 3 to 4 years where I've been mentoring and teaching students who are JEE aspirants, I've encountered various students who are giving that competitive exam just because they've been asked to do that. They're either sold a dream of a fruitful career or a safe college option. As of writing this, a report says that 7,000 IIT graduates have not yet received their placements. Imagine, 7,000! 38% of the 2024 batch has not yet been placed. What safe dream are we even talking about now? Please stop believing all those who tell you that a placement or a safe job is guaranteed after you join IIT. That is absolutely not true. The reality is simple. You are not chasing your dreams, you are chasing a competitive exam. And that's not the correct way to go about it. You'll never be happy with the choice that you've made unless you have genuinely wanted to make that choice, unless you have genuinely wanted to give that competitive exam. If you have the opportunity to rewrite destiny, or if you're in that position where you have the time to decide, how do you go about it? Here's how I would go about it. Firstly, when we are picking what career path to go ahead with, we do not look at competitive exams. Say you're in grade 10 and you want to decide what to do after grade 12th. Do not look at competitive exams yet, look directly beyond 12th grade. How do you exactly pinpoint what do you want to do after 12th grade? Follow your passion. Follow your gut feel, follow your heart. Say as an example, I have a friend who desperately wants to get into quantum physics. Now, in conversation we realize that the quantum physics that this guy wants to pursue is research based, it's research oriented. So now we have some sort of an idea that this person can pursue a degree in research, starting with physics and later on trying to specialize in quantum physics. That's a good start. So now we map out all the routes from grade 10 to this point. Say we're doing a BSc in physics. So from grade 10 to a BSc in physics, what could be the possible routes to reach? One could be through JEE, getting into a BTech course maybe, and then going for an MSc and whatever research opportunities lie after that. Or you could look at particular BSc colleges or universities that provide a research intensive BSc program, which may have their own competitive exams or which may let you in depending upon your board marks. So chalk all of those routes down. All of them should be in your mind as you traverse your grade 11th and 12th. Then, after you've chalked those routes down, remember one thing. These routes are temporary. You genuinely don't know what will happen during the course of grade 11th and 12th. You may just realize that quantum physics is not really your cup of tea. Instead, you want to do statistical physics, right? So when you have these changes, having temporary routes allows you to make slight modifications during the course as you're following through the route. Say, if you consider this example itself, that say in grade 11, I realized that quantum physics is really not my cup of tea, we go for statistical physics. What changes? Not much, because at your bachelor's level, you'd still be studying physics in general. There are very rare courses that let you specialize in statistical physics at the bachelor's level itself. So you'll be adding a lot more routes rather than subtracting. and that's a win in my books. So now that you've looked into all of this, you can finally list down the competitive exam that you need to give to reach to that particular point that you want to go to. So now you know an exact plan as to why you're giving a competitive exam and what competitive exam you will be giving. That gives you an assurance that you're doing something for your own benefit, and your benefit entirely lies with you putting in efforts to score good in that competitive exam. That gives you motivation to go ahead with that competitive exam. So let me summarize. Step 1, look at your aim beyond 12th grade and make a proper goal. Follow your passion to make that goal. Step 2, chalk out all routes backwards from grade 12 to grade 10 so that you have a plan as to how to move ahead from grade 10 onwards. And thirdly, list down all of the competitive exams that you have to require and plan for that, prepare for that. Now you know why you're preparing for a competitive exam and what exams in plural that you need to prepare for. That makes you ready, that gives you the motivation to attempt those exams. This ensures that your college life is exactly you doing what you want to do. With this, thank you and happy learning.